Man, Steve Clifford doesn't hold anything back. I mean, anything. And before I played this clip, I had to tell you everything he's been talking about, I've been saying, Coach Joe has been saying, many others have been saying. This roster really doesn't fit Steve Clifford, what he's trying to build. It doesn't fit LaMelo Ball because everybody else wants to get shots and they don't want to defend. This is the reason why, I repeat, the reason why I've told everyone that the Hornets need to get 3-and-D guys who do not care about only scoring. A three-point shooter that can play sound defense is needed in today's NBA. But here's what Steve Clifford had to say, and I'll chime in after the video clip.
Have to ask questions until we care about something besides how many points we score. We're not going to win much. Can't play like that. I mean, we scored. Our offense was good. That's 5 out of the last 7 games. We've been pretty good on offense. We are playing no defense, not one guy. There's not a bright spot. We don't run back on defense. We don't guard the ball. Our pick and roll stuff, all stuff that was good. I think we were as high as like 12th or 13th in defense about 10 games ago. And we're right back to where we started, ground zero, where all we want to be is let's try to outscore the other teams. Doesn't work in the NBA unless you're, well, actually it never works, okay? So what I just told them, this is either you build a game that will actually work at the end of the year when you play the important games or you don't. That's it. That's what the NBA is all about, okay? It's not that we don't have the talent to do it. All we care about is scoring. That's it. And if you're going to try to play like that, you better have like 5 all-stars. We don't have that kind of talent. So it's not something that will work. We're either going to decide to get back to playing with a defensive effort. It's not that we're not trying to win. It's we go about it all wrong. Okay? I mean, watch team after team, right? There's always a team every year that they get there, and what happens? They get drilled because they don't have a game. They don't have the right kind of game. You can't just outscore people in the NBA. You can't. You can't. And you can't decide that you're not going to do the things that take effort, like rebounding or getting loose balls or putting your body in front of the ball. You can't. It just doesn't work that way. And that's what we're trying to do right now. All right?
Man. Coach Clifford was preaching. But it's nothing we haven't heard here on RawTruth Media. We've been saying the same things. You look at teams who have star players, John Morant, Steph Curry, and many others. And now I'm not saying that LaMelo's there yet, per se, but I'm giving you an example how you build your teams. What the Charlotte Hornets are doing, roster management, I don't blame Clifford for this because he knows this team is trash as a roster. It's one of the worst in the NBA. Even before the season, the Charlotte Hornets were the bottom 5 of roster talent. That is a fact. So when you surround LaMelo Ball with players who do not care about defense, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, when you have those players as your starters, it's going to be some problems. Now, Steve Clifford wants a gritty team that cares about defense. Last year, the same team that was inherited, which is another joke, that Michael Jordan will still keep players who don't want to buy into defense. They're doing the same stuff, and they're getting on Steve Clifford's nerves. You could tell on the sidelines, he's fed up. Now, LaMelo just came back, played against the Pistons, fouled out in the game. But if you really had true 3-and-D players, LaMelo wouldn't even foul out. You know why? Because you would have enough defensive players to shield LaMelo's weaknesses on defense. His weakness is he fouls too much. We all know that. Gets a little handsy. But it's not because he doesn't try. At least LaMelo tries. What sucks about this situation is the solution is easy. You're not winning enough games, so you need to make trades. Make the trades now or after December to really have a roster building LaMelo's image. Now, I'm not here to say LaMelo, he's a finished product, because he's not, even though he's very talented. And that's the scary good part about LaMelo Ball. The potential is limitless, and he's not even close to his potential. Once this team is built on his image, getting some dogs, some junkyard dogs who doesn't mind scrapping, who are tough as nails. These are the teammates he needs to have, not no pillow soft, lacking defensive guards who only care about jacking up shots. We've been seeing it for 3 years? Something has to change. But what I've seen so far, Steve Clifford has more guts than anyone in that organization. Yeah, even Jordan. Because it seems like Michael Jordan cares about all the other stuff going on, NASCAR and other ventures, and that the Hornets are just a hobby for him. That's what it looks like. Hornets, you have a lot to think about. But before you can defend anyone, you got to have the right players to do it. In this current Hornets roster, they are who they are. They will never buy in because they will not see it as the team's identity. They want to keep doing what they're doing. And like Clifford stated, you can have the most talented team around and you won't win enough games by playing lack of defense. Look at the Nets last year. The Nets are playing better defense this year. That's why they're winning more games. And this is when Kyrie was out. We'll see what happens. But this is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings, and I'm out.